Okay, hello and welcome to a new episode of Vault Hunters Plus 1.18. So, it is day 200, and this is going to be the last episode of our day 100 through day 200 series. So, we are currently at master level on these guys. I upgraded a bunch of them. They all have maximum resistances possible, though they are still not the very, very best armor. Unfortunately, trying to find a way to integrate newer Tinker's things, but it is taking a little bit. I need to add Mosquito to them as well as Frontiersman, but that's an entirely different thing. Anyway, our swords and everything else are now infinity, and they're amazing. They are spectacular. They do an incredible amount of damage and insta-kill anything. So, what we're going to be doing is running a 100x crowded, 10x soul boost, 5x accustomed vault, and just kind of seeing what happens, because we can. So let's do this. This is going to be very intriguing, very interesting. I'm very curious how this is going to go, so stay tuned, and let's just see exactly what happens. Is a scavenger vault. What we're going to want to do is make sure we're in hard and impossible difficulty. We're going to lock ourselves, because fragged is harder. So you're going to turn hostile creatures down to 2% so that we can actually hear me speaking. We're just gonna come over here and we're gonna see how it is. Probably turn off flight. This is gonna be a rather interesting little guy. No mobs are spawned. Oh, there they are. And it looks as though the insta-kill is working, although it only single targets. So this is going to be incredibly loud. What I think we should do is if I turn okay, hostile creatures being off still doesn't change the sounds from that, so what would change that? Is that player sounds? Or voice speech sounds can go off? There we go. The sounds are a little less intense. Of course, we can insta-mine even with our sword, but we do have to make sure that we watch out, though, because we are taking quite a bit of damage already from these guys, as they do increase damage, they do have increased health, they're quite crazy. And another thing that we have to do, which we're going to go back through our original thing, is I need to add a control for button keybinds, javelin throw. So button 4 is javelin throw. Does it work? Does work. Okay, we can javelin throw. That's amazing. Just gotta make sure that we don't get completely overrun. This is going to be an insane vault, but we're going to still try and complete it, albeit it going to be one of the most difficult vaults that we've ever even attempted. So we just gotta make sure that we are able to not stand still for any longer periods of time. We're able to take care of all the mobs as quick as possible, get the things that we need if we can, and taking care of everything as quick as we possibly can, because we are going to get overrun incredibly fast. But hopefully we can survive, get a bunch of loot, and see if we can hit the most amount of mobs killed in a vault. I don't have a current record that I remember, so we're gonna have to get our new record from this guy. And for that, this is already well on our way, although this is going to be nowhere near what we need to do. Also, it may look laggy for you. It is much more laggy for me. I have encoding and stuff optimized for the viewers, so you guys can actually see mostly what's going on better than I can, at least. The main issue being right now is that we are taking much too much damage. So we gotta get up here, get away a little bit so that we can not insta-die. Drop back down. We're gonna just go as fast as we can. This is actually insane. Like, genuinely, this is pure insanity. I need some kind of large AoE attack that does copious amounts of damage, because no matter what I do, I cannot kill enough of them because they continue to spawn too fast. I don't know how many mobs we're at or what kind of soul shard numbers we're at, but these guys are dropping. I don't even know if these guys drop soul shards at this point, but oh my gosh. I'm just trying to kite them and survive. I'm gonna see how long I can survive in here. Of course, we're not gonna die, but I do want to see just how long we can survive. And This is genuinely scary because we're low on mana all the time. We're getting tons of mob essence and everything. The main issue being just that the mobs are never ending. They're continually spawning. We still are getting hit. Each mob does like 2 hearts of damage per hit when they hit us. And although we are very good when it comes to not taking damage, we still do take damage, and we do have a maximum health that is not incredibly high. So we just gotta make sure that we can take care of as many of these mobs as we possibly can, because otherwise we're just gonna get completely overwhelmed. Also, I just scratched my nose and we got completely overrun there. Holy. Of course, thankfully, due to me just being an acrobat and having an incredible array of swords, we can do something a little crazy, but it's not gonna last, unfortunately, just because we are taking so much. I don't know how much damage we're gonna have taken in this vault, but I'm guessing that our damage numbers are gonna be beyond 1,000, and our damage dealt numbers are gonna be in the millions, if not the hundreds of millions, if not the billions at this point. And our XP will probably end up being quite absurd as well, because although these guys don't give as much XP as their counterparts, they still give quite a bit of XP, as well as the champion mobs will be giving us even quite a few champions an issue. It's not good because they hit hard. And as of right now, they are healing the rest of the mobs. So thankfully, though, we do have good regen, and we're able to target certain mobs, but it's nothing that we really are able to do consistently, because these guys are crazy. Oh my gosh, we might crash. Okay, well, we crashed a little bit. It should be able to reload. I have a backup. Everything should work. Let's see if it works, though, but I'm hoping we can just go straight back into that vault. Okay, well, it seems like we loaded straight back into it just fine. These guys are quite crazy, though. You know, I'm thinking we're gonna try and survive up to 20 minutes, but I'm attacking as fast as I possibly can, and like I click relatively fast. It doesn't show my attacks, but I'm clicking at over 10 clicks per second on each mouse thing, and overall, it just is not making even the slightest of a dent. Actually, we made quite a bit of a dent there, but there's just so many mobs. I also gotta make sure that I remember which way is out, because it is not that way. It's not to the east. Is it west? That is the question. Seems like it is not to the west either. It probably is to this way. Yes, it is to the south, so we gotta make sure that we can successfully get out by marking that entrance. Holy ow damage. Those guys hurt a lot. Okay, I might need to make a bow just purely with infinity stuff, just so that we have some kind of ranged piercing attack. Because, albeit having sweeping helps with these large crowds, I do think having some kind of piercing attack that will go through and just annihilate will be incredibly beneficial. But I don't even know how many mobs we've killed, but I think we're going to be able to survive as long as we need to. So I'm going to see what happens once we get to the complete finality of this vault at like the very last second when we leave. I'm just going to do this for the next 17 minutes, and this is going to be absurd. Okay, well, we may have cursed ourselves by saying that. We've grandmastered the tool. It's still letting me kill mobs, but it's also letting me just do... I don't even know anymore. What? I think we're just gonna leave. What did I just do? What? We killed 2,000 mobs. We did too much damage. Received 1,000. What? I only spent 8 minutes in there for 717,000 damage. And, okay. I think we broke ourselves. This is, what? I can't open my inventory. How am I, what? Okay, I'm saving. I had to quit. Hopefully this works and doesn't break everything, but what did What? Okay, we're rejoining the world, and it still broke. What? Huh? Well, I just ran the /kill command, and it doesn't do anything to me. So I don't even know what it, like, did I die and it just doesn't register, or like what actually is happening? Because I'm so perplexed and confused. Well, it's looking like I have to go to one of the backups, because oh my gosh, that broke the game. Okay, well, I had to reinstall to a backup, so now we're in a backup, but that does mean that we did not get to actually run that vault. We have to make a new vault, which I'm thinking is going to be just as interesting, but a little different, and we're just gonna see exactly what we can do with that. So, one moment. Okay, well, since that one didn't work, what I decided to go with is a 20x soul boost, 15x accustomed, 50x onslaught, champion's abode vault, because that is all that I could get realistically. Also, I'm gonna see if I can add some more things to my boots so we can get even more jumps before we go into the vault. Okay, we've got a couple extra jumps, so we can jump midair for a little bit. But we don't have flight, we just have kind of airwalk. We have double jump 20 now, which took quite a bit of time. It took me a while to do things, but now we're able to head into this vault. So we're going to actually do this guy. Still day 199, but you know what I mean. Anywho, 53 times onslaught. Okay. Got training, champion's abode, onslaught, soul boost, chunky mobs, rapid mobs, ruthless mobs, accustomed. That's good to see. I love to see it. Let's see how many mobs will spawn if we do this. Okay. What about if we mine the chest? So I can mine the chests now, and I don't have to worry about anything. But it does seem like still do need to worry about a couple different things. Namely, just not doing anything too crazy, because if we go too fast, we might break things, and, you know, that would be bad. But we're kind of actually going crazy now. So we don't really have to worry about much. These do not insta-kill, even though they are infinity. They only do a lot of damage. Good, I do prefer it that way. They will kill most basic level mobs in one hit, which is good, as it should, but not too OP again, which is great. You'll love to see it. That means that we'll actually be able to probably complete this vault, because it's just an elixir vault, which means that if we're able to take care of everything, we'll be able to just run through it. Just great. Love to see it. Of course, the mob numbers are a little bit lower than I was previously expecting, based on just like their onset number of like percentage wise, but it also could be just that we're not getting lucky enough, and that is a full possibility. So I want to make sure that I'm aware of that. It also could just be the POIs that I'm finding are very unique, so it could just be the fact that we're finding interesting different POIs than the default ones, because the default ones do typically have more mobs as opposed to the Omega POIs, as opposed to the Omega rooms and such. Be able to complete this guy and go a little bit crazy. It does seem very nice, though, that we just get to mine through and do things as we would if we had a Paxel from Vault Hunters. I don't have to worry about that. We're able to just go through, take care of you, just mine through, run through you. Just kind of gather a bunch of random art stuff as well as we go through this. So it's nice. I mean, we get all the Vault Gold really quickly. We get all that stuff. Kill that guy with our pickaxe, because pickaxe does... I mean, realistically, we don't even need to have multiple tools. It's just cool to have them, because they all do roughly the same amount of damage, which is near infinite single target. But once you get to the multiple target stuff, it does tend to go down a little bit, but it is nice. It did increase the area of effect utilizing the expanding, or expanded ability, which is quite nice. So we actually get our sweeping pretty good, depending on how far away the enemy is from us when we swipe at it. So, like, for these guys, we'll be able to one-shot all of them, one-shot all of them, and then be able to just go through and do that consistently, so long as I'm at that kind of distance. If I am too close, though, or if the mobs are too small or hard to hit, then they will survive. Some of them won't even get damaged at all, because again, it's like a work in progress thing. It's just interesting. It's not perfect. It's just kind of cool. So make sure you stay tuned for even more of this stuff. I might switch back to the original swords because these guys are a little OP. Or I might change it so that they don't insta-kill. And I'm gonna have to change a couple of things, but for now, should be able to just loot. Although I do want to try another one of the vault that we ran previously that broke our game. I gotta test some things and see what kind of levels of mobs will actually work. Because that was apparently too much. And I guess the reason why was because we ended up actually dying. Just didn't want to register us as dying, and that was very perplexing to me because it was just like, so you're dead but you're not dead, but you're dying but you're not dying, and it was in and of itself confused. So just needed a little bit of time to get itself straightened out and everything, and now it's all good. So now we're good. Now everything is as it should be. We're able to run vaults, do challenge runs like normal. I will probably... Okay, it happened again. That means that it's something else going on, or that mob one-shot me. Which I don't think is the case. We might be doing too much damage. That might actually be the case. We might be hitting for too much damage due to a couple different factors that increase our damage. Could be quite a funny thing. But this guy's not wanting to take any more damage, so I guess we're stuck here, and we're gonna have to check it out and fix it, hopefully, for next episode. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!